Hey Excel, it's Noah. I miss you guys a bunch, seeing you in person, being able to do school. We're starting this distance learning, and I'm excited for at least some way to connect with you. I'm getting ready to go on a mountain bike ride here in a couple days, and I just got done getting my bike ready, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you something really important for every time you go on a ride on a bike. Not just mountain biking, just anytime you hop on a bike, you should go through the ABCs of biking. So I was really excited. I was going to show you a lot of bike stuff at a future elective. I was going to show bike maintenance, how a little in depth about how to do some stuff. It's actually going to be this week, I think, that we started new electives. But unfortunately, we couldn't do that. So I'm going to go through, instead of going real in depth, I'm going to show you guys this because I think it's important you know. Even if you don't want to know the in depth, just anybody who rides a bike should know this. So ABCs. First is air. And that's simply the air in your tires. Do you have enough air in your tires? If you don't, it could go really poorly. And there are some ways to look at that really specifically, some pumps that you pump air into it, show you the amount of pressure in there. But you don't need to get that in depth if you're just going for a ride around. When I go mountain biking, I like my air at a certain pressure because I know it grips best. But then if I'm just gonna hop on my bike and ride around town, I just pump some air into it until it looks right. The way it looks right, really just, you can grab your bike and push. Really just push on that tire. And does the tire push in? I'm pushing with all my might here and I can barely see it push in. And that's good. If you see it push in a little bit, a tiny bit's okay, but if you see it push in, you probably need more air in the tires. The other way is just to hop on the bike and maybe just take a spin around, like just ride slowly around the parking lot or something, and look down. And do you see the bottom of the tire where it touches the ground? Compress. And if you see it compress too much, probably not enough air and you want to put some more in. That's air. A for air. B is brake. Brakes. Do your brakes work? Super important. If your brakes aren't working right, you could really get hurt. And again, that's just hop on the bike real slowly and grab the brakes. And do the brakes stop you? Maybe start a little slow, grab the brakes. Do I stop? Pick up a little speed, go a little faster, grab the brakes. Do I stop? If so, you're probably good to go. If you feel like you're having to grab really hard on those brakes for it to stop, it's not looking too good, because if you pick up some speed down a hill or something, it's going to be too much for those brakes to stop you, and it could end poorly. Really important to look at your brakes. And then the last is chain. C for chain. And I'm going to throw my bike up here just so I can have my hands free to show you what I'm talking about with chain and what you want to look for. So this is your chain. It's what makes you go. When you pedal here, the chain then pulls part of the wheel that then propels you to go. So when you're looking at a chain, two really important things. Is it clean is first. You just want to make sure it's not all clumped up with dirt, because that dirt, little pieces get inside of the little links and just wear it out. And really easily, you just grab a paper towel, grab and squeeze, and then just pedal. And that'll kind of get any dirt off. If you have an old toothbrush, I know dentists just hand them out for free. If you have an old toothbrush, hopefully not the one you use. I would not recommend that. But if you have a toothbrush, you can just put it on there and again pedal it, and that'll those bristles will get in the middle and break any dirt away. Really important, especially if you ride on dirt, because that dirt just gets in there. And then after you make sure it's clean, you want to oil your chain. So most people don't know this, don't have it, but oil in here is going to make your chain last a lot longer. So it's really simple. If you ride fairly often, I highly recommend it. It's not that much money to grab one of these. And yeah, it'll make it last a lot longer, so you're not spending a lot more on the chain. And really, I just did it so all you do, you put this there to make sure it drips, and then you're just pedaling slowly, watching it as it drips into each one. I won't do the whole thing because I just did it. And then you just grab a paper towel, put it on there, and wipe off any extra. Because the outside of the chain isn't what needs the oil. It actually works its way in, and that's what needs it. So you wipe off any extra so it doesn't get on anything else on your bike. And then the last thing to look at, that again, most people don't know this, is your chain wears out, it stretches. And I had this happen on the first bike I ever owned, is as it stretches, if it gets too long, it could do a lot of stuff. It could come off up here. What I had happen is it would skip these teeth. So it's so loose, the chain, it so kind of sits in between the teeth to pull. And it was so loose that it would skip over them if I pedaled hard. And what that did, so it would skip over them, and then it slowly wore out those teeth. So then I had to get a new one of these, and that costs a lot more money. So you want to make sure, that's why you want to take care of it. And then you want to check every now and then. This isn't an every ride type of deal, but every now and then you want to check to make sure it's not too worn out. And I actually just found out that because I'm doing this whole check right now, I found out my chain's getting a little worn out and I need to get a new one. Still good for my ride right now, but I need to get a new one because it won't last too much longer. So I'll show you guys, I'll get up close so you can see how to look at that. And it's really simple. So you've got where the chain meets up here. Back here, you want to be in the smallest gear possible. So I'm in the smallest one there. And then up here, you just grab and pull. And if you see daylight, so you can see right there through it, that's not a good sign. That means you're getting a little too worn out. And so mine right there, it's just a little bit, so it's all right. If I'm able to pull it a lot further, that's not a good sign. So you want to make sure you're pulling here. You don't want to pull down here because this thing right here moves. You want to pull closer to the high side, maybe straight back, and just pull out. And that'll show you if you need a new chain or not. So that's the ABCs of bikes. I highly recommend every time you hop on a bike, do that. Just make sure it'll just keep you safe. So hope you guys are doing well. Look forward to seeing you. Won't be this year, unfortunately, but here come August, I'm real excited to see everyone again. And yeah, enjoy all our distance learning, everybody. I'll be talking to you on our Google Classrooms.